Hi, my name is Pamela Steele. I am the mother of both the Steele Wizard and the Wizard's Pets Tarot. But today I would like to talk to you about a lovely deck that I have had the honor of meeting both the artist and the author to. It's titled The Tarot of Empowerment, and it comes in this collector's tin. Boy, the light's kind of bad there. This collector's tin, and I was lucky enough to get number 67 at the Northwest Tarot Symposium last March. Now, this little deck is a majors only, okay? And at first I thought, really, a majors only? But, once I got a hold of it and got to looking at it, I'm quite impressed. The art is exceptional. The text is really well written. The cardstock itself is it's strong and yet flexible. This is the back of the cards. I'm really in love with the picture here. I think it's gorgeous. The artist is, let me see, I'm going to have to get her name right because I always bugger this up. Gordana, Curgus, I believe, is how you pronounce it. And the lady that wrote the text is Judyth Sult. They collaborated on this deck. It was kind of ironic. I read the history, and Judyth had been in tarot forever, it seemed like, for decades. And people were always after her to, why don't you create a deck? And she said she was probably the only person that never thought of writing a book or doing a deck. And she was lucky enough to meet Gordana at doing a reading for her, and was kind of fascinated by the art aspect of the lady, and checked out her website and realized that she had already been painting the archetypes as Judyth envisioned them. So they got together and came up with this tarot of empowerment, and really they're not awkward. They're easy to handle. They really are. Little tall, but that's so that you can see everything. Now the box, or the collector box, comes with a really nice, it's shiny, that's the light on it. It's got its own little Tarot of Empowerment, their logo thing on it. It's a bag for the cards. Comes with a reading cloth, and you've got to see this, baby. This is just gorgeous. They were using it at Newt's. You see? It's silk. It's my favorite color of teal. And all of this, plus the book, was in this lovely box that I showed you. Now the book itself, it's soft bound. It's, let's see, we're about 78 pages. The pictures are black and white, but they're very clear. As you can see, they're really easy to see. And what Judyth has done is she has written little verses to go at the top, like for number 20, Awaiting, which is also known as Judgment. It reads, Awaken, release old paradigms and patterns, listen to your intuition, choose freedom, celebrate who you are, and soar to your highest potential. Awake. It's filled with little bits of insight, innuendos, wisdom that I really quite enjoyed. And when I got the reading from Judyth at the Tarot Symposium, the card that crowned it all, and this really impressed me, is the High Priestess. Now, when you look at her, when Judyth started to read, it was absolutely seamless, and I really wish I had recorded it because it was beautiful. I got chills. This is a lovely deck for me, for just reflection, I can't say meditation because my brain kind of jumps around like a monkey on drugs, but when she was reading, it was absolutely seamless, and she would turn over a card. This is another one that came up in my reading, and she began telling me a story, and the story unfolded, and it was all about self-knowledge, self-discovery, and maybe most importantly, self-empowerment, which is how I'm sure the deck got its name. Check that out. That's the art that Gordana has done for this is really, really beautiful. It has a mystical quality to it. It has an otherworldly grace that kind of brings you in. It invites you in. It doesn't suck you in. It allows you to come and see what's new and what's exciting. The Hanged Man is represented as new perspective. And I found this quite interesting because as he's gazing at the world, he's hanging there almost like he's ceased to struggle, if that makes any sense. Just kind of a let it be thing that's happening. Entrapment, this one I really like this one. Because I like the spiderweb thing that she used, where to show how you can get caught up so quite so easily and not even be aware of it. The chaos was one. Yes, the tower, but let me see, grab that. Here's their version of chaos. Can you see that? It's not really, there you go. But by depicting it as they have with the bridge crumbling into the river, gives it a whole different level of meanings that I really did quite enjoy. And her royal card is one of those that they had on display behind their booth. It was really quite impressive to just walk by and feel the energies of these cards and the ladies that created it. But back to the book. The table of contents is, let me see if I can find this real quick. I'm a slow reader, can you tell? Okay, not that slow. Oh, the table of contents, here we go. The first chapter is the introduction, of course, and then it goes into the essence of tarot of empowerment. And there again, I briefly went through this because I kind of like to look at a deck and figure out for myself what it means. But by reading what the author intended, it also gave me a lot more insight into what they were thinking as this all came together. The chapter 3 is Empower Yourself as the Quester, which they've used the Quester as opposed to the Fool. And chapter 4, Empower Your Readings. And then it goes into the descriptions of each of the cards. But when you turn to about page 17 here, she has all of the cards listed in order. And a brief, quick, for the quest or the fool, trust in the quest for the truth. Just one-liners that really give you that kickoff so that you can get where it's coming from and where you're going to be going with it. But I would highly recommend it. It's a limited edition collection. There were only 250 made. Each one, boy, I keep losing things. Each one comes with a authentication, a card, that authenticates it, and it's signed by both the artist and the author, and it's got the number of yours, which mine is number 67. I think I mentioned that. So if you get a chance, check into it. They've got websites. They're on Facebook, and just have a look at this, because I find it really, really, that's kind of a dumb way to say it, but I found it very enlightening, very insightful, and not generally a fan of a majors only deck, but I have to admit I really do enjoy this one. It's quite beautiful. But their website is tarotofempowerment.com, and if you need to reach them to ask questions, it's tarotofempowerment@gmail.com. Okay? Anyway, thank you so much for listening. Do check this out. I am quite pleased with Score, this lovely deck. And to Gordana and Judyth, thank you again for being at the Northwest Tarot Symposium and introducing us. This was its premiere event to the Tarot of Empowerment. It is quite lovely. You ladies did a great job, and I do hope to see more from you down the road. Thank you.